안녕하세요. Welcome to Morocco Culture Talk. I'm your host A, and on this channel, we speak about anything that is related to Morocco and Moroccans. 여러분, 사실 I've spent days wondering what should I discuss on my first video. And that's when it hit me. The first thing we seem to think about when we are discussing a subject that is related to another country, it's the language. What they use to communicate with each other. So, our subject will be about that. 그럼, let's start, shall we? Over the last years, people started to notice Moroccans' ability to speak to foreigners in whatever language they use. And that's when the sentence, "What you speak, I speak," was made by Moroccans and written on the comment sections of videos that shows Moroccans speaking other languages and shocking foreigners by doing so. Now, what is known globally is that Moroccans know French, Arabic, and some English. While other things, instead of English, we speak Tamazight. However, it's quite not correct. Moroccans do speak French, mostly fluently, but those who grow up in a poor neighborhood and had weak education or none speaks it hardly, or don't at all. French is used on daily. It exists everywhere, like an ex who you aim to forget about, but it's there, and so you can't. To get education, a job, or get any paperwork done in this country, you must at least have the medium French level. However, Moroccans in the last years showed so clear that they are no longer a slave to this language. And gosh, this word is so strong, isn't it? But it's what they use to describe the situation. Nowadays, it's mostly English that it's used everywhere, to the point where multiple teenagers now lack in French in a very concerning way. They can't go further than an introduction, and their vocabulary in French is very weak. Even the old generation is now leaving French and taking English classes, since it seems like it's the language of the future. And I'm pretty positive that others believe so in other countries as well. Now, I'm one of the Moroccans who grew up surrounded with English, but as I said before, everything here in Morocco uses the French language, so of course my education was in French and my daily life it's mostly in French. So I do not hate this mixture, to be honest. However, I hate the fact that French is the center of everything in this country and it's needed to do anything. And I also hate the fact that it's slowly disappearing. I don't want this language to disappear in this country. However, I would wish if it was less used and not given this highly value. Now moving to Spain. I mean Spanish. Gosh. I'm not moving to Spain. Not now, at least. Spanish it's here in Morocco. You're not gonna hear it every day, but it's there, you know. Our dialect is rich with a lot of Spanish word, and Spain is next to us, as you know, so you'll likely hear more of Spanish in Tanger, Tetuan, Fnidaq, and such. Moroccan youths are interested in this language for a lot of reasons, and it depends on the person's goal. However, there is this main goal, and I won't mention it right now only because I'm saving it for later when I will be talking about Italian and Germany. So, we went through the main languages, I believe. So, of course, I didn't go through Arabic because we all know about this one. And if you don't, then I'll briefly say that Moroccans knows almost every Arab's country language or dialect. Not fluently, of course, but good enough. To us, it's very easy. To them, our dialect, it's impossible to pick. And I agree on this one. I mean, gosh, if I wasn't a Moroccan, I would never, ever learn this dialect because it takes a lot of effort and it's very hard. I'm Moroccan, but I lack very in this dialect. Like sometimes I talk to a Moroccan and I don't get what they are saying. Now, there are languages that you might hear from time to time in public in Morocco, but we just know it's there and it's spoken by the new generation. And these languages are Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Italian. Oh my god, don't get Moroccans started on this one. And yeah, Germany. How can we forget about this one when it's becoming a huge thing in Morocco? So, the first ones are a personal thing, so I'm not gonna go through them. It's mostly learned because K-pop, J-pop, anime. Oh my god. Manga, key drama, key wait, what? You know the deal. I don't know. I'm so unserious right now. Excuse me. Um Italian and Germany is learned to escape the country, basically. To go abroad for whatever reason. People nowadays take Germany classes to finish their studies in German. Um, and this is the part where I saved Spanish because um, Spanish it's also a language that it's learned to go to Spain. Yeah, basically they are learning these languages to go abroad. Here in Morocco, if you want to go abroad, you'll have to learn these three languages and hope for the best. Okay, ora bem, era eu que the songs in public are in multiple languages. Some Moroccans were very upset about this thing. They stated that we are learning a lot of languages and making foreigners don't feel the need to use a translator while they making zero effort to speak our dialect. They're not even learning the hello and the how are you in our dialect. So they ask for these signs to be in a derija and تسلحيت تمازيغت. Only, of course, French is gonna be there. The government did, but I don't know if they switched to these languages after what the people said, or is it just a thing that was gonna be done anyway? But still, in multiple cities, you'll find signs in English, you'll find signs maybe in Korean, in Spanish, I don't know. Personally, I enjoy this thing. It makes me feel like I'm in every country, although I'm in Morocco and gone nowhere, but it feels like I'm everywhere still. And I also enjoy speaking to others in their languages, and I enjoy feeling like I know every language without feeling like I'm the only one making effort. Because just because I love learning languages doesn't mean that others need to learn mine back or wherever those people are claiming. Um, yeah, I really believe that we went through everything. I know I didn't get into more details and I could have mentioned more and I could have made this a lot better and a lot like an expert. But this is it for now. In the future videos, I'll try harder and I'll improve more and I'll get more serious about this. For now, I'm really glad that I filmed this. I mean, I recorded this because there is no video or picture or whatever. Because you don't want to know for how long I've been keeping this for later. Ja, this is all for today's video. Next time you come to Morocco, don't be afraid to ask if the person speaks your language or not. And you might get stopped once or two by someone who wants to make you feel seen and will love to practice the language with you. Because many Moroccans are learning languages every day and they want to discuss these languages with someone. And since in Morocco there's a lot of foreigners, we are used to them. They come every day and they are everywhere. We walk past them, so sometimes when we hear a language that we are learning, we go to that person and we ask if we can have a chat or not. So, yeah, Moroccans are mostly social. They'll always try to get a conversation out of you. Gosh, I hate that sometimes. I sometimes use my Korean to get out of this situation. Like, no, please don't not speak to me. Okay? But yeah, they are very kind, they are very sweet, and always feel free to say no when you don't want to have that conversation. Ja, bye bye. So A editing from the future. I just want to mention that multiple times I have said Germany instead of German as a language, you know. And other than that, I've made a lot of mistakes. But again, how can you blame me when it's not my primary language? Like, come on. And I'm stressed. This is my first video. My audience is about to be watching me speaking about this and blah blah blah. So yeah, excuse me and excuse you. And as the quote says, wait, what does it say again? Pointing to the moon while we are focusing on my finger, something like that. So don't be that type of salam and enjoy the principal idea of this video. There.